Look at this scene. This is chapter 4. The player and Poppy just finished laying out the plan, everything was under control. Then the prototype appeared, and the first one to leave wasn't the player. 4 chapters. Poppy told the player they were facing the prototype together. Then, at the most critical moment, she ran, and the player stood there alone. The question I want to ask today isn't, is Poppy evil? Everyone's asked that already. The question is, in this relationship, who is actually the more dangerous one? And the answer, I think, will make you see the entire franchise differently. Look at this list. 4 of the franchise's biggest experiments, all killed by the player. Not the prototype, not anyone else, the player. And after each death, Poppy shows no shock, no objection. She just keeps leading the way. No one asks why, no one stops, as if this was the natural outcome. And maybe, for Poppy, it really was. This isn't an accident. This is the plan. Poppy needed something to cut through each layer of this factory, and that something couldn't be her. She's too small, too weak. She needed someone else to do it. The question isn't whether the player killed. The question is, did the player have a choice not to kill? Every time, before every death, Poppy put the player in a situation with only one path forward. No exit, no plan B, just kill or be killed. Who created those situations? Chapter 3. This is the first time Poppy tells the truth about the hour of joy. Everyone sees this as the moment Poppy trusts the player. But ask a simple question. Why did Poppy wait until chapter 3 to say this? How far into the factory had the player already gone? Already killed Mommy Longlegs? Already reached floor 3? No simple way out anymore. This isn't coincidence. Poppy releases information in layers, each time just enough to keep the player moving forward. Never enough for the player to make a fully informed decision. Trust me, not let me explain. Not here's why, just trust me. And the player, having no other choice, does. Chapter 4. Poppy presents the plan. Plant explosives, destroy the entire factory, eliminate the prototype. Sounds reasonable. This is the first time in the franchise Poppy states her real goal directly. Not escape. Not saving anyone. Eliminate. And to do that, she needs this entire factory to come down, including everything still alive inside it. But in that factory, besides the prototype, who else is there? Non-hostile experiments, imprisoned orphans, Kissy Missy, and the player. Dowie, the one who trusted Poppy most of all, called this what? Selfish. Not a mistake. Not a misunderstanding. Selfish.
It all started with you. You and her.
And when the prototype arrived to ruin the plan, Poppy ran. Not I'm running to find another way to save you. She ran to save herself. End of chapter 5. The prototype stabs the player. Perfect kill opportunity, but he doesn't. He drops the player into the poppy gel. If the prototype wanted the player dead, the player would have died right there. He was strong enough, had the opportunity, but he chose the poppy gel. He knew the player would survive. According to lore, only 2 experiments survived the original poppy gel. The prototype and Poppy, not normal humans, so why does the player survive? The prototype knows. Poppy knows. The player, the only one who doesn't know who they are, is being used by both sides, and both sides have their own reasons for keeping the player alive. But here's something I haven't addressed yet, and this is the most important part. For 5 chapters, we've been looking at Poppy as the manipulator and the player as the one being led. That's how the game wants you to feel. But if you look more closely at the player, the story is far more complicated. The player isn't innocent either. From chapter 1, before the player knows anything, hidden messages in the nightmare, guilt haunts you. Why does the player feel guilty before knowing what they've done? Chapter 5 gives the strongest evidence about the player's identity. Eddie Ritterman, head of research at Playtime company. The person who kept the entire secret experiment program hidden. The person absent on the day of the hour of joy because he had to inspect a part. If the player is Eddie, then every experiment the player killed across 5 chapters is someone the player, as head of research, helped turn into an experiment in the first place. Mommy Longlegs, Huggy Wuggy, Catnap. The player isn't a hero who came to save them. The player helped build the system that created them, then came back and killed them. So, What's the answer? Poppy or the player? Who is more dangerous? I've looked at every piece of evidence. The body count, the information withheld, the explosive plan, the Poppy gel, and the player's identity. And the answer I have isn't the one you're expecting. Poppy is dangerous because she knows exactly what she's doing. Every step is calculated. Every trust me is a deliberate decision. She chooses when to tell the truth, chooses who dies, chooses when to run. Nothing with Poppy is accidental, and that's the most frightening thing about her. Because she isn't evil, she's just doing what she believes is necessary, and no one can argue with that. The player is dangerous for the opposite reason. Knows nothing. Doesn't know who they are, doesn't know why they were chosen, doesn't know why they survived the Poppy gel when a normal person would die in seconds. And something that doesn't know its own limits, doesn't know what it's truly capable of, usually causes more damage than something with a clear plan. Because the one with a plan knows when to stop. The one who knows nothing never does. The question I'll leave when Chapter 6 arrives and the player finally knows who they really are, will they choose Poppy or turn against her? And a second question I don't have an answer to. If the player really is Eddie, the person who helped conceal the entire experiment program, does Poppy know that from the beginning? And if she does, did she ever actually see the player as an ally or just a tool she knew how to use and knew when to discard? Drop your thoughts below. I read everything. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it.